just about to throw down with this whole fajita thing. Lots and lots of requests. I know I threw something out there not too long ago regarding what you needed to make fajitas, and now we are going to make fajitas. All right, here we are with the chicken. We are going to go ahead and get the chicken started. Typically what I like to do, you guys, is I like to at least give it 10 to 12 hours to do its thing with the Chef Zito fajita spice, okay? So what I like to do is I like to kind of get the meat a little roughed up. And you'll notice that I keep it in the plastic because my son doesn't want to get chicken juice all over his phone. I'm going to pound this all the way around. Not flat, okay, because I'm not making a schnitzel. But I just want to kind of get it roughed up a little bit. And you can see the plastic tore. Here's what I'll do. 1 chicken breast in my container. Throw some oil in there, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this to adhere to the Chef Zito fajita mix. Got another one. Got another one. Got another one. One for every family member. All right. Throw some more oil on this, just a little bit, because again, we want it to help the fajita seasoning stick to the breasts. Dump ahead. Put my lid on. Shake it all about. Okay, this is kind of like shake and bake without the bag left in this container. The cool thing about these containers, it's really a hard, heavy-duty plastic. What I like is this does a hell of a job of coating the chicken entirely. And with that oil and the even spreading of the seasoning, what it'll do is it'll give it a really nice texture and crunch when I put this thing on the egg. Check it out. If you like it a little bit spicier, you can go ahead and put a little bit more on. If not, you can leave it just like that. My family likes a little bit more spice. Shake it up. There you go. All right. So I'm going to throw these in the fridge, you guys, for, like I said, a good 10 hours, 12 hours to let these marinate and soak up all that deliciousness. And we'll go ahead and we'll start chopping vegetables and onions, getting ready for this Mexican feast. All right. Talk soon. Thanks. The chicken is doing its thing with the fajita rub. All right. So we've had that in the refrigerator now for a while, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut my peppers, my onion. You're going to see we like a little heat, so I throw a jalapeno in here, cilantro. When I get all my vegetables out, I just chop them all together. All right, so we've got an orange pepper. Cut this one here. And just to show you guys real quickly on how I cut my peppers up, I like them a little bit larger, not as skinny like you find sometimes at the grocery store, because they have a tendency to burn quickly. So over here, I've got my jalapenos. I chopped up my cilantro. Just like to chop everything up at once. Right here, I've got my peppers and onion. I've got the orange variety, the yellow variety, the green variety, the red variety, and a yellow onion. Here's what I do, you guys. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 crack for as many peppers as I have. I should say 2 cracks. And then 6 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I do that because I used 4 peppers and a pretty good size onion. All right. So I do a count for every pepper, and if I'm gonna use a larger onion, then I'll do a 2 count for that. A larger onion, depending on how many people you're gonna feed. kind of shake it all about in here because you want to coat everything up. We're still going to put a little bit of oil on that cast iron once this thing hits the egg. But this is a really, really good idea just to kind of coat everything up. I'm going to throw this back in the fridge. And we're not going to use this until we are ready to make these fajitas. All right, so you got to have your cast iron. All right, you guys, you're going to notice I've got 2 fajita pans, and I've got a boat over here. The boat goes down for the kids, all right? My mixture, you saw me chop it up. We've got 4 different color peppers. We've got yellow onions. We've got just a splash of oil, little tiny pinch of salt in there. And this is going to make just an amazing product, all right? This chicken's been doing its thing now for about 8 to 10 hours. Chef Zito, thank you very much. Homemade pico. I make it myself. If you guys want the drill, let me know. I'll throw it out there for you. We grated this with our brand new grater, which is just awesome. We're loving it. We got cilantro and chopped up jalapenos. Shells are getting ready to go on. Chips, good to go, all right? So here's what we're gonna do. We have got that grill fired up at about 425. Indirect. I'm gonna throw this chicken on indirectly, and we're gonna let it do its thing for about 12 minutes. But I'm gonna show you along the way exactly how it is that we're gonna do that. A lot of requests on chicken. Again, this is chicken for fajita, no bone in. These are just skinless breasts. We'll do some bone in stuff soon, all right? Cool, cool. Let's go. Let's take these to the egg. All right, you guys, you can see these lines starting to shape up here. So now I turn these around, and it kind of looks like a butterfly. It sounds crazy, but you'll see here that we get some really, really pretty lines. The edges will be nice and crispy. We're not going to have a whole heck of a lot of char. I like a little bit of char. Sometimes I'll finish these off direct. But my daughter, she's not a fan of the crunchy. So I got to keep it within perspective. I'm going to go ahead and shut these things down. At the 6-minute mark, we're going to flip these over and we're going to repeat the beat on the other side. 3 minutes, turn, 3 minutes, we're done. All right? All right, let's shut this thing down. All right, you guys, it's been the 6-minute mark. I just flipped these things over, and as you can see, I kind of put the fat side inside. We're gonna let it go 3 minutes. I'm gonna turn them 90 degrees. You can see how sweet these lines are shaping up. Look at the crispiness around the edges here. These fajitas are gonna be completely over the top. All right, you guys, so the chicken, I just squeeze a little bit of lime juice on this stuff. You can see just a little bit of drip in here, but the crispness is just stupid, all right? So I'm gonna throw these things to the side. You can see that my cast is hitting out about 364. I was off the mark before. I was kind of teasing when I said 600 degrees. So they're each ready to go. You can see they're kind of steaming. They look hot. Grab my oil from a distance. All right. You can see it get hot. Throw my veggies on. You hear that sizzle? You can already see it doing its thing. Oh, hell yeah. Now I've got a pretty sweet little tong set that helps me pinch these other ones off at the... Yeah, that's the kids. You notice I don't put much in there. I'm going to add that chicken very, very shortly. If you're really heat sensitive, you guys, you're going to want to wear gloves. Mine are in the dryer as I speak. I've got some welding gloves I'm going to use to pull this stuff off and put it on the wood planks. Just in a couple of minutes, I'm going to bang this stuff around, flip it around just for a couple minutes. Add my meat, and our fajitas are almost complete. God, that smells good. You guys, great secret, great tip. A little bit of oil in the corner. Check this. Right out of the can. Crush it down. You know why my jacket's got holes? Because I do this kind of crazy stuff. Okay? Now get ready for this, you guys. Get ready for this. That's all right. I'll take that. I'll take that pepper. This gets even better. Now, pow. Bang, bang. Check it, yo. You have any idea how good that's going to be? Now, the kids don't like anything that involves, you know, anything other than chicken and shells. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut a chicken breast up here. I know I make this look so easy. Actually, I'm going to cut 2 up because the kids each have one coming. You can see it's still steaming. Looks beautiful. And look how, I mean, this is so perfectly done, people. So then I'm going to take that, I'm going to slide it right into the kid's bowl. I'm going to take another breast. That seems like a pretty good sized breast there. I'm going to take half of this one here. Slide it into the bowl. The kids are just about done. Now, the adults. You cut it a little long, trim it down. God, this is like so freaking perfect here. It's still warm. And the nice thing is, once we split this back on the peppers and the tray, oh man, that just really looks good. Okay. Get another breast going here. And you guys, you know what? You can pre-do this as well. I'm doing this all right now for you because I'm trying to capture the moment. But usually what I'll do is I'll pull these off, let them sit for a second, cut them up. Look at that. Throw that right on the gauntlet. We got a couple more strips here we're going to do for the other adults. And even though I've got 4 breasts here, I'm still going to have a little left over just in case anybody wants a little bit more. All right? I'm going to shut this down for about a minute. Put a little oil on there. Why wouldn't you? Shut her down for about a minute, and we'll pull them, and we're about to eat fajitas. Born egg. Kids, coming off. Got my wooden trays here, not only for appearance and aesthetics and beautifulness, but they actually are very, very functional. I don't know, can you guys hear this at all? I mean, what do you want out of a guy? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shut this thing down, then I'm going to throw my fajita shells on there. I'm going to get some pretty lines on those, let them puff up 4 or 5 seconds aside. Don't let it get too hot or you'll burn them. All right? This is how we do fajitas. So we're going to do just that. You can still hear a little of the sizzle. I like to let it sit, you guys, for about 2 to 3 minutes because it's just too doggone hot when the kids get here. It's perfect. You can see it steaming. Look at these shells.